Batting in the cleanup spot, number 14, the third baseman, Alina Nowitzki. Batting fifth, the pitcher, number 27, Karina DeRose. Batting sixth, number 6, the catcher, Bella Ryan. Batting seventh, number 7, the shortstop, Aubrey Cochran. Batting in the eighth spot, number 21, the designated player, Gracie Evans. Batting in the ninth spot, the right fielder, number 25, Kaylin Jensen. And playing flex tonight, number 2, Hannah Schoenbauer. The Bryce are coached by Coach Kayla Bryson Rivera. Introducing our special guests for the evening, our CRFA Youth Fast Pitch teams, starting with 14U. There's a lot of them here, so I'm going to go really quick. Addison Nelson, Maya Barrett, Noah Branu, May Barrett, Mackenzie Castigan, Patty Lehner, Elsie Altringer, Roxy Simpson, Layla Rubio, Elizabeth Dowell. Moving on to 12U, Stella Crooks, Nora Bates, Ellie Babcock, Madison Ronning, and now to 10U, Kate Gavin, Lucy Crooks, and Saret Amanskua. And she asked for this. Doug Truck, Kinley Bell, Kelsey Thowen, Abby Engelhardt, Lily Rainey, Michaela Anderson, Natalie Coleman, Red Dowell, Olivia Bukema, Zoe Winner, Allie Winner, Giselle Williams-Suri, Maddie Heinel, Bonnie Shasinski, Millie Santiago, and Lyrie Knight. And 2 more, Grayley and Hannah. Thanks for coming out tonight, ladies. We enjoy having you here. You are the future of Coon Rapids Fast Pitch. Come on out. Oh, I'm sorry, 8. Sophia Stoke, Amara Lutz, Maddie Nienauer, Charlotte Molly, and Molly Placinta. And finally, Keely Molen from T-Ball. Anyone else? We're good? All right, and now introducing your starting lineup for the Cardinals. The reserves, starting with the reserves, number 14, Aubrey Erickson. Number 15, Hannah Poser. Number 17, Melina Lee. Number 51, Jenica Erickson. And number 8, Maddie Savageau. In the circle tonight, number 4, Annalie Anderson.
batter, Pacey Olson. Batting in the cleanup spot, number 25, the third baseman, Ava A.K. Callis. Batting fifth, number 6, the catcher, Layla Meyer. In left field, batting 6, number 99, Bella Fowler. Batting 7, number 11, the first baseman, Sophia Brown. Batting 8, number 3, the right fielder, Addie Falcus. And batting 9, the second baseman, number 29, Kendall Karen. And now if everybody would please rise and remove your headwear for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Aspen Park for CTN's coverage of high school softball. It's youth night for the Cardinals, and they're under the lights at Aspen Park as they host the Fridley-Columbia Heights Frights. Joe Young along with Jeremy Smith behind home plate. The ceremonial first pitch has been thrown, and we're just about ready to play ball.
We are. Overcast out here, so no sunlight to worry about. A little bit chilly. Hoodie weather, if you will.
And two teams that have had their struggles this season, but the Cardinals coming off of their first win of the year, a 13-11 victory over North Branch on Wednesday. Love to see that type of offensive production and to finally get the monkey off their back. And now in come the Frights. The Frights opened the season with a couple of wins. Scored 31 runs in those first two games when they won against St. Croix Prep in Park Center. And they have lost 6 straight since that time and have yet to come close to scoring those 31 runs.
They did have a 14-run output back on April 25th, but unfortunately the other team scored 16, so still an L on that one.
Maya Karsten, their center fielder, gets set to lead off. She'll be followed by Harper Helmer. Libby Schoenbauer is in the number 3 spot with Alina Nowitzki, the third base minder, hitting cleanup. Karina DeRose behind her, Bella Koenig, and then Aubrey Cockburn. Grace-Signa Adams and Caitlin Jensen round out the order for head coach Kayla Bryson Rivera. Annalie Anderson gets the start for the Cardinals in the circle. on the rubber, not on the hill. There's no hill.
I was waiting to see if you were going to
softball.
say hill or mound, and I would have made the same mistake.
Meyer will be her catcher. The first pitch is down, and ball one. The Frights held to 2 or fewer in 5 of their 6 losses. The anomaly being the one you mentioned where they scored 14. Another pitch up high. It's 2-0 to Karsten, leading things off, and that's been the struggle for Coon Rapids so far this season, is limiting runs. They've given up over 13 runs per game. They've allowed double-digit runs in 9 of their 10 contests so far.
They've given up on average 13.3 a game. So both teams struggling a little bit on the defensive side of the ball.
This one grounded back to the circle. Easy play from Anderson over to Bauk, and there's one away.
Always a nice way to start. 1 up, 1 down.
Look at the defense behind Anderson. In the outfield from left to right, Bella Fowler, Callie Powell, and Addie Folks. Sophia Bauk is playing at first with Freddie Hubner playing at second. Pacey Olson, the shortstop, Ava Kellis at third. Behind the plate is Meyer. And as aforementioned is Annalie Anderson playing in the circle. That's Ken O'Karen at second base.
So our graphic was wrong.
Yeah, I think that was a bleed over from an earlier game.
Got it.
One that did not get updated. It threw me off for a second there.
2-1 the count here.
Double checking the coach's roster and making sure we got the proper names in the proper places. This one fouled back, and it's 2-2 to Harper Helmer. Anderson would love to have a quick inning. The Cardinals have not had a lot of those in the field so far this spring. But if you can take something away from every contest in the end, you're always a winner.
There you go.
And never forget, you can lose every game in the regular season and still end up a state champion. It's the beauty of high school sports.
Hey, it's a good time. My favorite season playing baseball growing up, I think we only won 1 game, but I had great teammates and we had a good time.
Called strike on the outside edge on a full count pitch, and Harper Helmer makes her way back to the dugout. 2 away, nobody on.
You get another look at that pitch. Just catches the outside for that called strike 3, and she knew it right away.
Libby Schoenbauer, second base minder, looks at a pitch for a strike, 0-1. Anderson working with a little more pace. Nothing will pick you up quite like a punch out. And quickly ahead in the count, 0-2 to Libby Schoenbauer.
Well, like you said, Joe, I think that's what Coon Rapids needs to carry that momentum from their last game, get a quick inning rolling here.
Took a little something off, and Schoenbauer watches it fall low, 1-2. Fridley Heights Frights, I like it.
It's a nice portmanteau of the 2 city names.
Schoenbauer chopping that one foul. We'll try again at 1-2.
Just got a piece of it down there as it snuck close to the ground. Pretty good sized crowd out here tonight too.
Youth night, they had a couple of the youth softball teams introduced at the beginning. Ground ball to Kellis across to Bauk, and Annalie Anderson able to erase the Frights 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning. Coon Rapids' first chance at the dish after this on CTN. Back at the ballpark, Callie Powell, center fielder for Coon Rapids, getting a look at the pitcher, DeRose. She will lead things off for the home team. Annalie Anderson, the pitcher, following her. Pacey Olson playing short, hitting third. Ava Kellis is in the cleanup spot. Layla Meyer behind her. Bella Fowler playing left and hitting sixth, Sophia Bauk, Addie Foltz, and Karen again finishing out the order. There's the defense. Harper Helmer and Libby Schoenbauer on the right side of the infield. Aubrey Cochran-Starr and Elena Nowitzki are on the left. Hannah Schoenbauer, Maya Karsten, and Keelan Jensen patrolling the outfield. Bella Koenig is behind the plate. And Karenna DeRose gets the start in the circle for the Frights.
We talked about that last game for the Cardinals. The top half of their lineup did most of the damage in that last one.
Yeah, they had a little bit different. They had Powell, Anderson, the same one too, but then Meyer and Olson going 3-4, and now we've got Olson and Kellis. But yeah, they got most of their production, 9 of their 13 runs, coming from those first 4 spots. Powell being aggressive, fouls off a couple, falls behind in the count, 0-2. Off-speed pitch, misses high. DeRose with a couple to play with. Still ahead in the count, 1-2. Throws that curve up there again and just leaves it high, 2-2. Brought something down the middle, and Powell fouls it straight back.
Got a little piece of that one there. So 3 fouls for Powell. Only 2 of them count for strikes, though.
Is that how it works?
That's what I've been told.
This one poked through the right side, and a leadoff single for Callie Powell. Base runner with nobody out for the home team here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, great way to start after a 1-2-3 defensive top half of the first. Get your base runner on. Anderson up at the plate now. As you like to say, gets a chance to help her own cause here.
I do enjoy the way that sounds, and she's just going to drop down a beauty of a bunt. Spins in the dirt. She's an easy out at first. Well played by Koenig. But the sacrifice gets a runner into scoring position with 1 down.
Powell danced a little past second there, checking to see if they were going to throw and keep her honest there, and they do. So Olson went 4 for 4 in that last game, Joe.
She did. Drove in 3, had a couple of doubles. Oh, she also walked. So reached base 5 times. Went all the way around 3. Always feels good to crossed the plate 3 times in the same game.
Not a bad stat line.
DeRose put it right down the middle for her, and she failed to take advantage. This one she'll take a rip at, but fouls it back. 0-2. And she's going to get strike 3. And a big second out for DeRose after giving up the leadoff single. Gets 2 outs on 4 pitches. A sacrifice bunt followed by 3-pitch strikeout, and now Ava Kellis. Lets that one finish high.
Kellis 1 for 5 in that win. RBI and a run.
That one skips away from Koenig, and Powell makes her way over to third base. 2-0 now to Kellis. And DuPage has a couple of empty bases now, but you got Layla Meyer, a dangerous hitter in the circle behind Kellis. You don't really want to groove one to Ava either. She can definitely put some distance between the plate and the ball, but DuPage just trying to, or DeRose rather, just trying to get out of this without any damage done. Callie Powell at third. This one skied back and out of play. And it's in the creek.
Creek or crick?
Sure. It's interesting. Until this year, I think, they may have done it before last year. This was all overgrown. You really couldn't see the bottom where the balls would go. And once it went back there in the summer, it was lost for good. There was so much overgrown trees and whatnot back there. Another 2-2 pitch. Kellis swings underneath. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for DeRose. Cardinals leave a runner stranded at third. No score after 1. You're watching high school softball on CTN.
Did you know major recreational equipment like RVs, campers, converted buses, and boats are allowed on residential property in Coon Rapids? But you are limited to 2 items that must be registered and operable. And any vehicle parked at a home for more than 12 hours must not exceed a certain size. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at Aspen Park for Youth Night for the Coon Rapids softball team. Hosting the Frights from Fridley-Columbia Heights.
Number 14, Elena.
A leadoff single for Callie Powell made her way over to third, but stranded there. Annalie Anderson had a 1-2-3 top half of the first inning. And she's going to start off with a strike blown past Alina Novitsky. Get herself ahead in the count 0-1.
Love that Frights logo. Yeah, scary baseball biting a bat in half.
It's a good-looking pitch there from Annalie Anderson. She's ahead in the count, 0-2. Pulls the string a bit, gets Novitsky to swing underneath. Starts the inning with a strikeout, her second. early in this ballgame.
Another look at that last pitch there.
And that'll bring up the pitcher, Karina DeRose. She had a couple of strikeouts in the bottom half of the first inning. Able to work herself out of a little bit of a sticky situation.
Takes that first pitch for a ball.
Trying to become the first base runner for her squad tonight. One out here in the top of the second inning. That's a called strike on the outside edge, right at the knees. Evens the count 1-1. Good looking pitch from Anderson. Back ahead in the count 1-2. Went right after her, put it right down the middle. DeRose got a good piece of it, but a little late, fouled it off over the visitor dugout.
A lot of fouls off that right side. Glad they cleaned up the brush so we could recover the balls.
Pitch low, evens the count. Not an easy take, just a little bit high, and it's a full count. We'll see what Anderson brings here, trying to avoid giving up her first base runner of the night. Full count pitch is down and away. Ball 4.
Well, that'll give the Frights their first base runner this evening.
She was actually able to get her first strikeout of the night on a 3-2 pitch that she nibbled at the corner down and away to a right-handed batter. This time just not able to clip the corner.
Frights catcher Koenig stepping up. Looks like we're gonna have a change here.
Maya
Spevacek is the courtesy runner, taking over at first. So Bella Koenig with 1 out, 1 on, looks at a pitch outside.
Having to worry about a runner over there on first for the first time tonight.
That pitch was high and wide, but skipped away from Meyer as she came out of her stance. And Spevacek easily over to second, 2-0. This one fouled back, out of play.
Nice catch back here in the crowd. If it comes towards us, I assume you're going to catch it and save it.
I pay attention. This one skied in the infield, right side. Bauk calls off, makes the catch for out number 2.
There's that runner over there on second. That eases the tension a little bit. Cochran stepping up to the plate now.
Runner at second base, 2 away. Shows bunt, pushes it hard. Bauk scoops, makes the tag. That's the inning. We go to the bottom half of the second. No score. You're watching high school baseball on CTN. Back at Aspen Park, each team able to get a base runner on, but neither able to get them all the way around. Coon Rapids just their second chance at the plate here.
Number 6,
Layla Meyer will lead things off. As we talked about, she was hitting third on Wednesday when they won in that 13-11 win over North Branch. Went 1 for 3 with a walk, scored a run. She gets to lead things off here in the second. First pitch fouled out of play.
No real wind to speak of tonight, so not too much to worry about as far as affecting fly balls.
This one hit through the infield. Layla Meyer will get a leadoff hit. Turns, goes to second, and she will be there safely as Jensen had a little trouble scooping it up in right center.
Leadoff double's not a bad way to start an inning, Joe.
Well, and they got a leadoff single from Callie Powell in the first. They were able to get her over to third, but not able to push her across the plate.
We'll see what they can do with the base runner here.
Melina Lee is the courtesy runner for Meyer, playing a catcher. And the left fielder, 8th grader Bella Fowler. Opportunity to drive in the first run with a runner in scoring position, nobody away.
Our umpire making the notes in his book. Logbook, game book. Does it have an official name?
Sure.
Notebook. There we go. We'll go with notebook.
First pitch fouled out of play.
Been a common theme this evening.
Which I think had a lot to do with why they decided to finally clear out the area behind us so they could recover all the foul balls. That one right down the middle, and Fowler watches it for strike 2.
Well, it also speaks to the Cardinals being aggressive at the plate, swinging on those first pitches.
And DuPage was in a little bit of trouble in the first, but able to get out of it through a couple of strikeouts. This one hit into shallow center field. Charging to make the catch is Karsten. And there's one away.
Can of corn, as Howie Shapiro would say.
Now batting number 11, Sophia Bauk.
Brings up Sophia Bauk, one of the Cardinals' senior captains. That one skips in the dirt, gets away from Koenig. Easily over to third goes Lee.
Yeah, that's an easy way to advance the base runner, no question, Joe. So now with only one out, runner on third.
Another one that Koenig struggled with, but keeps it in front of her. And that one on a strike as it's 1-1. This one hit solidly into left center, an RBI for Bauk. She turns, digs for second, and she is going to slide in safely. Second double of the inning for the Cardinals. That one stroked solidly over the head of Cochran. And Bauk didn't even hesitate rounding first. And the Frights through to the cutoff, so really no chance to get her at second.
Dancing out there at second, looking at maybe third base there, but Koenig up with the ball quickly.
Addie Folks, her first opportunity, a runner in scoring position, one away. One already across. She got underneath this one, skied in foul territory wide of first. Helmer underneath it, and there's two gone.
Fright's looking to get out of this inning with just one on the board. That'd be nice.
That'll bring up Kendall Karen, the number 9 hitter. Number 9. A little bit late on the decision, comes up underneath the pitch from DeRose, 0-1.
Well,
easy
high.
take as that one was up over her eyes. This one hit well to center. Going back is Karsten. She's not going to get to it. This is going to be the third double of the inning for the Cardinals as Bauk and Karen trade places. It's 2-0 Cardinals.
Good solid hit. She got a piece of that one and drove it over the center fielder's head. For a nice stand-up double. Get another look at it there as she makes that connection. Just drives it deep to center. Not quite able to get back there in time for it. Almost rolled to the wall, but not quite. But enough to bring the runner home.
Back to the top of the order for Callie Powell. Takes a strike on the inside edge.
Powell would love to get on base for as many times as she's been at bat today.
This one fouled and out of play. Powell was able to battle her way to a 2-2 count and then poke one into shallow right field, leading off the first inning. Like to have a similar result. Find the fourth base knock of the inning for the home team. See if she can continue the parade around the bases. She does poke it into right field, and they're going to send Karen home. She's going to score an RBI single for Callie Powell, her second hit of the evening, and Coon Rapids has a 3-0 lead.
Hit to that same side of the field. Just gets past Karen's glove there.
Brings up Annalie Anderson. First pitch fouled back. Dropped down a sacrifice first time. Obviously not going to happen here with 2 away.
You never know, Joe. Probably not going to happen.
Well, it's impossible to sacrifice with 2 out.
That's true, that's true. So you're right, it's not going to happen.
You could lay down a bunt hoping to catch your opponent by surprise. But as we saw in the top half of the inning, not a wise decision with 2 away and runners on base. 1-1 pitch from DuPage. This one skied and will just get out of play beyond the one and only Dave Emmy down on the third base camera.
He does have a reputation of getting hit at games, so we'll see if our batters can oblige him today.
He also gives us great-looking shots like that one of Karina DuPage. It's a tough take for Anderson, but it finished low, and it's 2-2. 4 hits, 3 runs in the inning for Coon Rapids. That one's up high, a little pump fake down to Callie Powell, and she would love for Koenig to try.
Full count here.
Powell will be off with the pitch with 2 away and a full count. This one hit, but well foul and out of play. We'll try again.
Are starting to get a little bit of wind from right field to left now. Our flag's flapping in the outfield.
And that is strike 3, the throw down. Nobody there, but it didn't matter as it was out number 3, and it ends the inning. But Coon Rapids gets 4 hits, 3 doubles, 3 runs. They leave 1. They're up 3-0 after 2 innings on CTN. Just a look at those flags that are starting to blow a little bit out to left center, but just barely. And we haven't seen a lot of balls hit in the air. Cardinals able to drive a couple around the bases in this last inning and feeling good with a 3-0 lead.
They had that KFC inning there with the double.
Drasigna Adams stands in. She's the designated player this evening. Takes a pitch down and in. Anderson started the ball game with a 1-2-3 first. Gave up a 1-out walk in the second, but she has been pretty solid.
Hard for the other team to score if you keep them off the bases.
And with the way her team hit the ball in that second inning, she'd love to get him back to the plate as quickly as possible. That one down in the dirt, though, and it's 2-1 to Adams. Up high, 3-1 to Drashana Adams.
Now, what's your coaching take on it, Joe? Do you swing on a 3-1?
If it's there. Trying to get a leadoff base runner. High and away. Ball 4, and Adams is at first.
Number 25.
She's hitting for left fielder Hannah Schrebauer, or Schoenbauer. And now we have Kaylin Jensen, the right fielder, hitting in the number 9 spot. Good scoop by Meyer behind the plate. Takes a look down at Adams. She's staying put.
Yeah, good job to keep that one in front of her. Especially with 0 outs, you want to try to keep that base runner from advancing.
This one grounded foul in front of Ava Kellis. Down and away, 2-1 to Jensen.
Trying to get her to chase that one there, but she held firm.
Right down the plate, and Jensen watched all the way, 2-2. Fouled over at the Cardinal dugout. We'll try again at 2-2.
A little bit of heat on that pitch.
Keeping the girls awake over there.
Yeah.
Get 2 for flinching. Anderson, another 2-2 pitch, another foul right over at the dugout.
Well, we did say they needed to get 2, so there's that second one.
Another 2-2 pitch, another foul. We'll try one more time at least. Anderson took quite a bit off of that one. Jensen fought it off in on her hands. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to the left side, scooped and dropped at second base, but they've got Adams in the rundown between second and third. They will tag her out. So I guess no harm, no foul, but Drayshana thought she was out because the play was there. Scoop by Pacey Olsen. The throw was there. Karen had it, and it just was in the heel of her glove, and it slipped out. And then they're able to get her back out.
Another look at the tag here. Umpire was right on top of that one for us.
Back to the top of the order, Maya Karsten, a ground ball back to the circle, well fielded by the pitcher Anderson. Takes a pitch for a called strike. I don't know how that out went, 6-4, 5-6, something like that. To get her in the rundown because it went over to Kellis.
Yeah.
And I believe Olsen was the one to make the tag. It was a lot more difficult than it was supposed to be, but they got the job done. Another called strike, and Anderson back ahead in the count 1-2 to Maya Karsten.
That out has its own zip code there. 5 digits.
This one grounded to left. Olsen to Karen. They make that one cleanly. The relay not nearly in time, but making the routine plays routinely. That is the key.
Yeah, and after a leadoff base runner getting 2 outs, we're still holding that run over on first. Obviously, it's a different runner at this point, but a little easier to breathe when you got 2 outs in the bag already.
Harper Helmer looks at the rising fastball and lets it go, 1-0. Helmer punched out on a full count pitch that clipped the corner down and away. In her first at bat back in the first inning. Now with a runner at first, 2 down. That one right there to even the count. This one grounded right side. Karen Fields flips to Olsen. Middle infield getting all 3 outs after that leadoff walk. They never allow the runner past first. Cardinals back at the dish, leading 3-0 on CTF.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handicaps and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Coon Rapids getting the bats going in the bottom half of the second inning. They had 3 doubles from Layla Meyer, Sophia Bauk, and Kendall Karen. Callie Powell poked her second single of the ball game into right field, and that scored Karen from second. 3-run inning. That's the lead they have, and there's the creek, and I'm certain that his parents are excited that he's jumping around in the creek after foul balls before jumping back in the car.
Yeah, I'm just glad we're out of snow weather and into mud weather.
Leading off for the Cardinals, the shortstop, number 7, Pacey Olsen.
Pacey Olsen will lead things off here in the second. She was struck out on 3 pitches in the first inning, and she would love to get her team going again offensively here in the home half of the third inning.
At the request of the truck, it's about 50 degrees out here right now. With the light breeze, it feels like 46 Fahrenheit, just to be clear there. Be very different on a different scale.
It would. We'd all wonder why you were giving us an update in Celsius, however.
Well, hey, we could have a Canadian team here.
Could. There are some who say we're close enough, might as well be in Canada. And there are certain months during the year it feels that way. But right now it's okay out. Pacey Olsen, a drive to left field, and that's off the base of the fence. She'll turn and easily get over to second base. 4th double of the ball game for the home team already.
Double appears to be the word of the night. But yeah, nice solid hit over the fielder's head.
Pounded it right to the base of the fence. She's got the Kiss makeup going, star child.
I just assumed it was a Fortnite thing, and I didn't get it.
It could be a Fortnite thing. I'm certain that she's a star child. Kiss.
She's probably
what?
closer to Fortnite than Kiss on the scale.
It would make more sense. But, you know, she has really cool parents that have great taste in music.
For all we know, Kiss is in Fortnite.
There's a possibility of that, from what I've been told. 1-1, the count to Kellis, and that's a good-looking pitch from DuPage to get herself ahead in the count 1-2. Trying to avoid the kind of inning she gave up in the second. Started the same way with a leadoff double.
Oh, and she was real busy defensively this last half inning as well.
Try to leave one low out in front of Kellis, get her to swing through, but can't stop that time, and it is strike 3. Second time she's been able to fan Kellis. 4th strikeout so far for DuPage.
Look at that pitch, too. She tried to hold up, but just a little too late.
We'll bring up Layla Meyer. She started the big inning in the second with a double. Now she comes up with a runner at second, 1 away. Looks at a pitch high. Easy take that time. That is how they started the last inning, right? Was double out, double out. Runner on the move. They trying to bunt her over, fake the bunt. And Pacey didn't stop. She steals third base.
Could have been a fake bunt just to get in the way of the throw, too.
Myers sends it into short right field. It's going to fall between a couple of fielders. She's going to dig for second. She's got her second double of the ball game. This one comes complete with an RBI, and it's a 4-0 lead for the Cardinals.
Well, maybe that's the secret sauce, Joe. You got to just hit doubles every time.
Number 99, Bella Fowler.
Bella Fowler likes the number 9 so much, she wears it twice. Number 9, number 9. With another look at the bloop single, well, double, I guess, down the line, because she didn't stop and they didn't prevent her from earning that base. Fowler, first pitch, drives a line into left field. She's joining the hit parade. Runners into corners, only 1 out here in the third.
Now batting for the Cardinals, number 11.
Now it's Sophia Bauk.
So in that last win, Joe, it looks like Coon Rapids had 11 hits total. They're already sneaking up on that here in the third inning.
Now 7 hits. No, 8 hits. Bauk late. Fowler will advance. The Frights won't throw down.
Always
2 in scoring position now.
Always the easiest stolen base there.
Bauk had one of the 3 doubles in that last inning. That pitch up and in, the throw down, and they got Pacey Olson off at third. Or Lee, I'm sorry, the courtesy runner Lee was now over at third, and she's caught off. A good throw down from Koenig. And that's a big second out for the Frights.
Big heads up play defensively there just to jump on that pitch and fire it down, and just a little slow getting back to the base. We'll get another look at it here.
That's a bad call. I'm biased.
I think that tag did go between the legs there and didn't make contact.
2-1. And now 3-1. To Sophia Bauk.
Get another look at that one here. Slow it down.
See, I think she got her on the thigh, the right thigh before the left foot got to the bag. So I think maybe the right call was made. Bauk follows it back. Full count.
Nice replay from the truck there. Nice to know Tapes has our back.
And don't forget Dave Amy. He played a part in that as well.
Of course.
We got the best in the business here at CTN.
They call that the Emmy angle.
Full count pitch from DuPage, able to get strike 3 and limit the damage. 3 hits in the inning, only 1 run and only 1 left. But Coon Rapids leads 4-0 after 3 innings on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Annalee Anderson now staked to a 4-run lead as we start the 4th inning. Libby Schoenbauer grounded out to third base her first time up. Hoping she can help start the comeback for her squad. We talked about it, the Frights, 6 straight losses since opening with back-to-back wins.
Huge back-to-back wins.
Yeah.
31 runs in 2 games.
13 runs in the opener, 18 in the second game. This one fouled back out of play and nearly took my head off as I wasn't paying attention.
Missed you by a solid 12 inches there, Joe. Like, I felt the impact on the cement, and I'm in a chair, so.
And you're on the other side of me.
Well, thankfully, yes. That's why I didn't try to.
So I should probably pay attention.
No, you're keeping the scorebook. That's more important.
That one well outside, a pretty easy take for Schoenbauer, and it is 1-2.
It's also the only plausible way you can say you got a concussion at a girls' softball game.
Well, I'd prefer not to become concussed. Pretty sure I've done it more than the recommended amount of times.
Which is 0.
Oh, well, then I certainly have. We didn't exactly keep track of how many we had. Back in my day.
Full count here. My siblings and I have an injury tracker with how many stitches and broken bones we each have. It's a leaderboard, if you will. Yeah.
I know I had 3 skull fractures by the age of 6, so pretty sure each of those had at least those had concussions that went along with them. That pitch way up high, ball 4, and a leadoff walk for Schoenbauer. And that doesn't include, you know, all the years I played hockey and the head injuries that occurred.
Before 6 years, like your skull's not hard enough to fracture right away, so there's like a shorter time span there.
Yeah, your points. I like to fall a lot. It's the way it is.
So you're telling me you're ready for the NBA?
Yeah. Alina Nowitzki struck out on 3 pitches. She looks at a pitch from Anderson for strike 1. Now down and away, evens the count.
Frights want to try to start chipping into that lead here. Base runner with nobody out.
Well, they were able to get the leadoff runner on in the last inning. Then a couple fielder's choices, 1, 2, 3 in a row. Couple 3 ground balls to the middle, and defense took care of it for Annalie Anderson and the Cardinals.
Meyer took a little long reading the sign there, so the batter stepped out of the box.
This one hit down the line in right, and that will fall in front of Jensen, or in front of Folks rather, for a single. First hit of the ball game for the Frights, and they have 2 on with nobody out.
Just inside the foul line there. Tough spot to make a play on the ball.
Folks was playing pretty deep. Long run, not able to get to it in time. And now Karina DeRose, she walked first time up. No one would like to get the offense going more than the visiting pitcher, who's trailing 4-0. Now with 2 on, nobody out, but another called strike, and she's behind in the count 0-2. This one skied back and out of play. DeRose will stay alive at least. Anderson coming right after her. And then trying to tempt her with something down and away. DeRose not biting, 1-2. Called third strike. I thought I was going to say that's really close to not take, but a little delayed and dramatic for dramatic effect. Punch out.
I gotta say all the strike calls have been a beat later than I anticipate. So that first out, very important though, especially with 2 base runners out there.
Third strike out of the ball game so far for Anderson, trying to protect that 4-0 lead her team has built over the last couple of innings. That pitch misses down and away, 1-0. Bella Koenig, the catcher for the Frights, pop up to first base back in the 2nd inning. Out in front of that pitch, evens the count, 1-1.
Looks down the baseline to get the call.
Frights with a leadoff walk, and then their first hit of the ball game, a bloop to right field to start this inning. Have those 2 runners on, 1 out. Koenig ducks away from that one, 2-1. It is definitely not a balmy evening in mid-spring in Minnesota, but it's not frigid either. Pitch inside, 3-1.
If you're from here, it's not frigid.
Well, I suppose to a Texan, their teeth would be chattering.
Anything below 60 is winter to them.
Big 3-1 pitch right here for Anderson. It's up high, ball 4, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
So 1 out. Ducks on the pond. And I believe that's Cochran stepping up to bat.
Cochran pushed a bunt to first base in her first at bat and was easily tagged out by Sophia Bauk, ready for that.
With only 1 out, they're having a little defensive conference there, so they know where they're going with the ball on the ground. Nice shot of the whole infield there.
Infield is in. Will they try to cut the run down at the plate? Libby Schoenbauer, the lead runner for the Frights at third base.
Our umpire sweeps it off there so we can get a good look at any action that happens there at home plate.
Pitch was right there. And Cochran watches it for strike 1. Then takes her up the ladder, gets her swinging underneath, 0-2.
Strikeout here changes things a bunch.
This one hit well, but very foul.
Gave the first base coach a little bit of a heart attack there. People in the crowd saying, get off your phone. Giving her a hard time.
It's wise advice when you're on the field, in the field of play.
Or
another
driving.
0-2 pitch upcoming for Annalie Anderson. Bases loaded, only 1 out. This one in the middle. They're going to come home, and they got her. Little hesitation from Karen, but then came to the plate.
It's that that infielder instinct to throw over to second on the double play.
Well, she originally looked at first. It would have been understandable to just take the easy out. She looks at first, and then she decides to come home, and that was a bang play.
Another good look at it here. Oof. That was real close. I don't know if we can slow that down at all.
Coach Bryson Rivera did not agree with the call as she grabbed at her hair, but it is out number 2. The bases stay loaded for...
There's one more look at that. We got
Drashina Adams, and she's safe. That pitch is low. They don't have replay.
Or challenges.
The umpires, or challenges for that matter. Umpires have to make the call in real time. This one hit back through the middle by Adams. Lead runner Nowitzki will score.
They hold up the other runners at first and second.
They will score 2, though, and cut that lead in half. And I don't know if it was Spevacek that came in as the, it was Koenig that scored the second run.
Nice solid hit there to drive in those 2 runs. And that's what the Frights needed to get going here, get back in this game. Still 2 down, though, runners first and second. Great
nice
job
stop
by Meyer.
by Meyer, absolutely.
That moves runners over for sure if that gets passed.
So 2 runners still on. Keelan Jensen. Ground ball to third. Scooped by Kellis. She tags the bag and ends the inning. But 2 runs on the board for the Frights. It's 4-2. Coon Rapids, they're back at the plate at the bottom of the 4th after this.
Want to know the who, what, when, and where of Coon Rapids? Then follow CTN on social media. It's that simple. Whether it's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, keep up with local news, sports, and events. And the people who make our community such a great place to live. So give us a follow, like, share, or subscribe, and always be the first to know what's up in Coon Rapids. That's CTN, helping you stay connected.
So the Coon Rapids coaching staff's got to be happy with the start. Still have a lead. They would have liked to have limited even further, but possibly got the benefit of a call.
They may have gotten the call there.
But a big inning that the Frights desperately needed.
Number 3, Eddie Balkus.
The temperature has plummeted to 49
To
Fahrenheit.
49. 49, number 9. Fulkus will lead things off for Coon Rapids. She popped up to first base in the first. Her first at bat. Should say in the second.
I think
Easy take down to the dirt.
I think on a passed ball, you should be able to run for first, and if you can make it before they throw you out, you should be able to steal first.
And if, well, you can on strike 3. If
Only on strike
dropped.
3, though. I think on any pass ball,
but
you should
on
be
a-
able to just drop the bat and run for it.
It would change things.
Would
Most
it?
definitely. There would be a lot of extra base runners that way, yeah.
Well, isn't that more
Especially at the
exciting?
lower levels. Well, you'd end up having really long games. A lot of scoring. This one hit well into
Solid.
left field and off the glove of Schoenbauer. Rounding and tripping up. And now she's done between first and second. Fulkus. And she's limping a little bit. She took a hard tumble after turning around first base. And then just got stuck in the middle. She'll get credit for a single.
Get some help from her teammates to get back to the dugout there. We'll take another look at that hit here. Solid drive to left. And then we'll get another glance here. She was rounding first. That
Just
left
rolled
ankle
the left
rolled. yeah.
ankle.
Number 29, Kendall Karen.
I'm going to bring up Kendall Karen. Karen, first pitch swinging, rolls it through the hole on the left side. Her second hit of the ball game, and Coon Rapids has a base runner with one away here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Callie Powell.
Is that 10 hits tonight, Joe?
It is.
So one more hit tonight. They've got back-to-back games with 11 hits. Trending in the right direction.
Offense is good. Callie Powell has 2 of their hits today. 2 for 2. This one grounded in the middle. Bobbled at short. Everybody's safe. I got to call that one an error.
The momentum did kill
But-
it a little bit in the dirt, but just struggle picking it up there
Anderson.
for Olsen. See if we got a replay from our pro team in the truck here. So you can see
Yeah, I think
pitcher just
DeRose just
gets a
missed
bit
it.
on it, yeah.
Cochran just took her eye off it maybe. And good hustle from Karen getting over there as well. Anderson, an opportunity to help her own cause. She dropped down a sacrifice in the first inning. She struck out in the second. Now with 2 runners on base. And 1 out. Called the strike on the inside edge, evens the count 0-2.
Koenig popping up there with all the runners dancing just to make sure they know she's willing to throw.
Solid contact, but got around on it just a bit too early. Sends it foul. This one foul out of the reach of Nowitzki. Made a good effort.
Starting to get a little peek of some golden sunshine on the trees and buildings there as it meanders down toward the horizon.
Anderson wisely lays off a pitch up high. 1-2. This one popped up in front of home plate. Coming out to get it is Koenig.
And the whole infield came in there. Nobody was covering third. But still a pretty long run from second to beat him out there. So wise decision to stay put.
Well, just where it was a long run for Koenig. Great effort for her to get there. But this one driven deep to right center. One hops the fence. Another huge stroke from Pacey Olsen. Oh, it's over the fence and gone. I thought it hit the bottom of the fence. It hit the bottom of the fence on the other side. A 3-run home run for Pacey Olsen. What a stroke. First pitch she saw, her second hit of the game.
Yeah, it hit the fence in the field behind us over there.
Yeah, I saw it hit the fence and just stop as it hit the base of the fence. And I thought it was the fence on our field. And it was the fence at the far field. Three-run shot. And Coon Rapids has reestablished their big lead, up 5. Ava Kellis, 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts. Would like to reverse that trend here. This one hit well to right field. Good play on the ball by Jensen to get there for out number 2.
I think that's out number 3, Joe.
Oh, it is out number 3, sure enough.
All good.
What do you know?
That's why we have co-pilots.
3-run home run in the Cardinal fourth. They lead 7-2. You're watching high school baseball or softball on CT.
You know, C10's on YouTube, and we're on in a big way. We have thousands of videos online to help you stay connected to Coon Rapids on any device, at home, or on the go. And it's because of your faithful viewership that we can celebrate 10,000 subscribers to the CTN YouTube page. Thank you for your support as we continue to keep you connected.
Sophia Powell will take over in the circle for the Cardinals. She inherits a 5-run lead. Annalie Anderson was playing pretty well, throwing well. Got herself in a little bit of trouble, gave up a couple of runs in that top half of the fourth, but still relatively in control. Aubrey Erickson taking over at first. Looks as if the
Number 11, Maya Karsten.
oh, and we're going to see instead of Kendall Kieran, it looks like Annalie Anderson's going to move to second base. Everything else, I think. Nope, Kieran goes out to right field. Takes over for Fulkus. As Fulkus was the flex to begin with, and now the flex is Erickson at first. Make sense? Makes sense. Top of the order for the Frights here in the top of the 5th inning. Find themselves down 5. Maya Karsten 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs.
Frights put a couple of runs on the board in that last inning. Started chipping into the lead, only to find themselves down by more.
And Pacey just absolutely smashed that ball.
Two-one count here.
Give an extra ball for going over 10 seconds without a pitch.
We'll delay a game penalty.
So 3-1. This one fouled hard down the right field line and out of play. Full count.
Nice shot of our camera crew down there.
Keeping everybody on their toes. This one popped up in his short left. Olsen back, makes the catch for out number 1.
A little run for that one, but she was able to snag it.
Nice game so far for Pacey Olsen. Double, a 3-run home run. Couple of solid plays in the infield.
She's wearing that star.
Star Child Powers. Harper Helmer 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice her last time up, but that ground ball to second base did end the inning. Now with 1 out, nobody on. Trying to get something started, they desperately need it. This one fouled back. Called strike in the top of the zone, and Bauke ahead in the count, 1-2.
Frights looking to get something going here in the inning.
Off-speed pitch and a beauty from Sophia Bauk, called strike 3, second out of the inning.
Good moving on that one. Coming towards the inside, but didn't move quite as much as thought. We'll get another look at that one. And a strike 3 looking there for the second out of the inning. Swing on the first pitch there.
Libby Schoenbauer walked in that 4th inning. She was out at the plate on a fielder's choice, which at the time was the first out of that inning. A little bit of controversy prevented that from becoming possibly an even bigger inning for the visiting Frights. That pitch way out of the zone.
I think that one was aimed at you, Joe.
Just keeping me awake.
Yeah, it's for saying controversy. She heard you.
This one fouled, out of play.
In on the hands as she fights that one off.
Evens the count, 2-2. Bauk trying to do what Anderson did in her first inning of work, which was to get the top of the Frights order, 1, 2, 3. That one stays high, full count.
Taking time to get the call there.
Ball 4, 2-out walk will keep the inning alive.
You gotta
for
wonder.
Fridley Heights.
Gotta wonder if she was feeling the time pressure there from already getting a free ball earlier as she was checking her wrist guard there for the call. Maybe that one got away from her a little high.
Alina Nowitzki singled and scored in that 2-run fourth inning. Now digs in with 2 out and a runner at first. Pitch high and wide, a great grab by Meyer. And a look down to Schoenbauer at first. Up high again.
It's 3 in a row they've been rising up out of the zone there.
Now missing inside, 3-0. After getting the first 2, trying to avoid giving up back-to-back 2-out walks.
It's that announcer's curse.
I did say something about trying for a 1, 2, 3 inning. Nowitzki taking that one all the way. It was right down the heart of the plate, belt high, and it is a strike, 3-1. This one fouled to the backstop. And Bauk able to get it back to a full count. Trying to get her team back to the dugout.
Maintain that 7-2 lead.
They've had a couple of good offensive innings back to back. They'd like to get another one. 3-2 pitch from Bauk is up high, ball 4.
And that puts runners on first and second here in the top of the 5th with 2 away.
Number 27, Karina DeRose.
Karina DeRose, a walk and a strikeout. We're gonna bring everybody in, talk a little bit on the infield.
Get the clipboard out, drop a play. Just make sure you know where you're going with the ball. With 2 outs, it's a little bit easier. But still want to make sure that communication is clear for everyone. Are you a high Sox or a low Sox baseball guy?
No, it's interesting. You don't see a lot of softball players wear a full pant, which is certainly the more common look now for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Although you're seeing more and more of the capri length, the standard stirrups look. This one grounded away from home by DeRose. DeRose trying to help her own cause. You don't see a full stirrup very often either.
That's true.
Guys still do occasionally wear them. I mean, you got to like the knicker look. It's classic, right?
Oh, of course, yeah. Something about the stirrup socks that just like is classically baseball to me. Like it's a unique piece of gear.
For baseball, 100%. 1-1 from Bauk to DuPage. That's in there for strike 2. They're going to throw down, check the runner. She's back safely.
Keeping him honest over there. If you go home with a clean uniform, it's like you didn't play. So nice to get some dirt on those pants, right?
There's some groans from the fans, but if the ref from across the diamond had called that out, I think there would have been, and rightfully so, some complaints from the visitors.
Instead,
that's
we
a
get
good
the
pitch right there for Bauk. Her second strikeout in her first inning of work. Strands a couple of runners, gets her team back to the dugout. They lead 7-2 midway through the 5th inning on CTN.
Did you know you can raise backyard chickens? But a permit is required, and there's a limit of 4 female chickens per property. No roosters or other fowl are allowed. And there are specific rules for the chicken coop and run. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Rapids scored 3 runs in the 3rd, another in the 4th. And then the 2nd and 3rd, and then the Frights able to come back, cut it in half, 4-2. How do you answer that? How about with a 3-run home run from Pacey Olson? She's got a double and a dinger in her 3 trips tonight.
Coon Rapids managed to keep the Frights off the board that last half inning despite a couple of base runners.
Layla Meyer is 2 for 2 with a couple of doubles, an RBI and a run scored. Leads things off here in the 5th. Cardinals scoring in each of the last 3 innings. 3, 1, and then 3. That pitch outside.
And I think they might have more doubles in tonight's game than they do the rest of the season.
Perhaps. That pitch low. Although they've got some girls that thump it. I know they had, I think, 3 doubles on Wednesday. Because Pacey had 2 of those.
Yeah.
2-1 pitch grounded out of the reach of Schoenbauer at short, or at second. And Meyer has her 3rd hit of the ballgame.
Nice leadoff single. Fowler wearing that double 9er, stepping up to the plate.
Number 9. Bella Fowler singled, stole a base. Jenica Erickson is the courtesy runner at first. Pitch is down and in. Erickson, a good jump off of first base and looked in hard to see if Koenig was going to pay any mind to her down there at first. This one skied and will just get out of play.
Just remember when you're at a baseball or softball game, even if you're in the stands, pay attention.
We're back to that again. You have to.
Or if you're announcing, pay attention too. That helps. Yeah.
This one grounded to short, bobbled a bit by Cochran. They will get the lead runner at second base, though. And Fowler on by fielder's choice, one away.
Now batting for the Cardinals, number 11.
Another look at that here.
Bow.
Routine play there.
Yeah, Cochran bobbled it a bit, but still plenty of time to get the out at second base. That'll bring up Sophia Bauk. RBI double her first time up. Now with a runner at first and one away. She's underneath the initial offering from DeRose, behind in the count, 0-1. This one skied in the infield. Schoenbauer underneath it, and late adjustment, had to reach back, but able to secure it for out number 2.
Yeah, drifted on her a little bit towards the end there, but she still pulled it in. 2 quick outs for the Frights here. Looking to get back on the offensive side of the plate.
Aubrey Erickson, her first at bat, first pitch. Bloops into right into no man's land. They take a minute getting it, so she takes a big turn, and she'll go back to first. Fowler goes first to third. Erickson wasted no time jumping on the first pitch she saw. And now Kendall Kieran, who is 2 for 2. A single, a double, and 2 runs scored. Looking for a big 2-out hit to push that lead even higher. This one fouled back and out of play. Sends fans scrambling on the stands here. But fortunately, everyone able to get out of the way.
Good heads-up play by the fans there.
Looking out for one another. I noticed they weren't looking. No one came over to shield B when that one fouled off of the calf of Kendall Kieran. 0-2.
And that runner's probably looking to take second base here on a pitch. They've both been fouled off.
This one grounded to the left side. Cochran scoops the throw across in the dirt, not in time. Beating it out is Kieran, and then heads up running for Erickson as she moves over to third base. Fowler scores on the play. The inning continues. Coon Rapids has an 8-2 lead.
Great base running there. Yeah, just to notice that all the focus of the defense was over at first base still, and she had the window to take off for third and did it. Another look at that play over at first here.
And Kendall Kieran is now 3 for 3 today with 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. Back to the top of the order, Callie Powell with runners at the corners. 2 gone. She is 2 for 3, has reached all 3 times though, as she reached on an error last time. And Kieran will hustle over to second base as they threw down to check on Erickson at third.
Knocking the dust off her helmet there.
Heads up play, and there are 2 runners in scoring position. 1-0 count to Callie Powell. She takes another pitch up high, 2-0. Pitch inside, they'll check on Erickson again. She dives back safely. It was a good throw down from Koenig and a well-placed tag attempt from Nowitzki. Erickson just there in time. It's 2-1 now to Callie Powell.
Well, any base hit here is going to bring in at least 1 more run, so trying to get that runner at third is not a terrible strategy.
That one called to strike, evens the count, 2-2. Well, her 2 singles were both little poke shots that she just poked through the right side of the infield. Don't have to swing all the way through. It's not how hard you hit it, it's where you put it. This one rolled to the right side. Not hard enough this time. Helmer able to scoop it, win the race to the base and end the inning. Leave a couple stranded at in scoring position, but Coon Rapids does add to their lead. They're up 8-2 as we head to the 6th.
Did you know city code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more? Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov. Did you know properties are required to have garbage and recycling service with a licensed hauler? On collection day, place your carts 2 feet behind the curb. Collection containers should not be placed in the street. And don't forget, containers are not allowed at the curb on non-collection days. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at Aspen Park, youth night under the lights for the Cardinals softball team, and they have themselves an 8-2 lead as we get ready to start the 6th inning.
Now batting for the Frights, number 6, Bella Koenig.
Koenig leading it off here for the Frights.
Looks like Maya Spevacek is going to hit next. Be her first at bat, standing in the on-deck circle. Saw her as a courtesy runner earlier for pitcher Karina DeRose. Koenig walked and scored in the 4th inning.
Takes that first pitch high for ball 1.
Pretty easy take when it's above the visor.
That was the only advantage I had playing baseball, is most pitches were above the visor, 2 feet tall.
Well, I was going to say I frequently joke, although I'm not sure it's necessarily a joke, that I stopped playing baseball when the pitchers learned to find my strike zone. Because when we were young, my strike zone was only about 3 inches high from my knees to my chest, so.
And now it's what, 6, 7?
Real deep knee bed.
Oh, yeah. Get those elbows on those knees, Joe.
Sophia Bauk in her 2nd inning of relief. Gave up a couple of 2-out walks, but had a couple of strikeouts in that 5th inning. Behind in the count here to Bella Koenig, 3-1. This one chopped and will be knocked down in foul territory by Ava Kellis, and the count will go full.
Replacing her divot there along the foul line. Nice of her. Good etiquette, right?
Beauty of a pitch. Full count. Froze Koenig and got strike 3. After falling behind 3-1, great fortitude from the Cardinal captain to battle back and get the punch up.
Nice inside pitch there. She didn't even have a chance to swing at it.
And now Maya Spevacek, as we talked about, first time she's had an at-bat.
Now batting number 5, Maya Spevacek.
Shauna Adams is on deck. The DP had the big hit for the Frights, a 2-run shot back in the 4th inning. Fastball blown past Spevacek, evens the count 1-1.
Buck seeming to settle down a little bit here.
Great off-speed pitch, and you saw how far ahead Spevacek was. That pitch was hitting her on the back shoulder by the time the pitch got to the plate.
Yeah, good change of speeds there from that fastball. Keep the hitters guessing.
And she spins another past her, swinging strike 3, third straight strikeout for Sophia Bauk. Fourth since coming in to start the last inning. And exactly the start she wanted here in the top of the 6th. And now Drayshawn Adams, as I mentioned, had the 2-run single her last time up. Now with the bases empty and 2 away, backs away from a pitch up and in. This one hit really well. She barreled it up, but got around on it just a scotch too early, and then it fouled on the left field line.
Didn't know if you were going to go with scotch or smidge there.
Either one.
You dragged out the S. I was anticipation. That's great.
Took me a while to decide.
Yeah. Flipping through the S words since you had already started the consonant.
Correct. Pitch down and in. 2-1. She's had a lot of success with that off-speed pitch, freezing batters and finding the zone. Sophia Bauk, a strike away from getting a 1-2-3 inning here in the 6th.
Shook like that first call, went for the second.
This one skied left side, Olsen underneath it. Makes it look easy. Frights are done, 1-2-3 in the 6th. Cardinals back at the dish with an 8-2 lead after this on CTN.
Did you know Coon Rapids has a city code regulating the height of your grass? Grass and weeds must be kept under 8 inches high. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
And we're back. Bottom of the 6th inning, Coon Rapids with an 8-2 lead, looking to add more in the runs column. 15 hits so far tonight. Had a slow start in the first inning, but then second inning on, the bats have been nice and warm, knocking out a bunch of doubles, home run.
Runs in each of the last 4 innings for the home team in the heart of their order. 2 up here in this 6th inning.
DeRose still out there on the mound.
Not sure if this is Kinley Carter. It's number 8. This was the spot that was Annalie Anderson. That is definitely not Annalie Anderson.
We don't have an 8 on our roster here.
Don't show an 8, but
we got
Carter
an 88.
Is 88. So
maybe one of the 8s fell off.
Trying to listen to the cheers. Match it up here. Maddie Savageau. That's who it is. And she hits this one just over the head of Schoenbauer at second. And she's got a leadoff single.
Number 7, Pacey Olson.
Another look at that hit there, just over the head of the second base minder. Maybe misplayed that one a little bit, got turned around.
Pacey Olson struck out first time up. Since then, a double and a 3-run home run. And this one hit well to right field, but it was measured and squeezed by Deshauna Adams. Didn't know that she had moved into the outfield, but she has.
Now in the game, number 15,
and she was there in plenty of time for out number 1. This is Hannah Poser getting her first at bat. Pitch up high.
We'll see what our defensive shakeup looks like next half inning here.
Another pitch up high, the throw down. Savageau dives back safely, 2-0. Speed pitch in there for a strike. DeRose just looking for the get me over changeup. Good pitch to hit, but Poser got to it a little too early. Sends it foul in front of third base. 2-2.
Just left to third base there. Fraction of a second, that's a fair ball down the line. 2-2 count.
Pitch down in the dirt, and Savageau makes her way back to first. It's a good block by Koenig.
Done a great job tonight keeping a lot of those in front of her.
And not a lot of foul territory behind home plate here either. But only a 60-foot base path. This one blooped into short right. It's out of the reach of Schoenbauer, and another little Texas Leaguer single for a Cardinal sub here in the 6th inning.
A hit's a hit.
Now batting number 6.
They're all line drives in the box score. Both Savageau and Poser start their night 1 for 1. And they are at first and second with one away for Layla Meyer. Meyer looking for her 4th hit of the ball game. She's got 2 doubles and a single.
With 2 base runners on and only 1 out, opportunity for some more RBIs here. She's got 1 already tonight.
This one grounded to the left side, kicks away from Cochran at short. Everybody safe. Bases full of Cardinals for Bella Fowler.
Batting number 99, Bella.
And I'd love to give her a 4th hit of the night, but I've got to call that an error. Second
foot there, yeah.
Of the night against the Frights.
We got a pinch runner coming in for our catcher here. So Meyer gets to go get geared up.
Erickson takes over at first. Bella Fowler, 1 for 3. It's a single at a stolen base. Reached on a fielder's choice and scored her last time up. Another good stop by Koenig behind the plate. Just saying, she could walk it off with a grand slam.
It's true.
I mean, if we're talking about hypotheticals and situations that could happen.
We've had a 3-run shot already tonight, Joe.
And the quote-unquote announcer's jinx. That is definitely not going to have the distance. Great play from Koenig, catching it just in front of us for out number 2.
I was watching for you on that one. I mean, I was watching for me, but you're next to me, so I would have saved you.
And now Sophia Bauk trying to make sure that her team takes advantage of those 3 base runners. 2 hits and an error in the inning. Bases full of Cardinals. 2 away. Pitch up high, the throw down not in time as Savageau dives back safely. Pitch down in the dirt, another good stop by Koenig. Two and 0, and DeRose is going to be compelled to throw meaty pitches to Sophia Bauk here, trying to avoid possibly walking home another run. That one just foul before Nowitzki could get to it. Perhaps a fortunate spin for the home team, as that could have ended the inning without any runs across. Two-one pitch, foul and out of play.
Back to the creek. It's been a while since we had a right field foul ball, so good to know it's still there.
It is, and it just barely cleared the net. It ends up, sure enough, plenty wet. 2-2 pitch with 2 out and 3 runners on base. Giroux's trying to get out of the jam. That's up high, full count. No place to put her.
Definitely don't want to walk a run in here.
The task tall enough for the visiting squad as it is. This one fouled back, out of play. And we'll see another full count pitch. Bottom of the 6th inning. Coon Rapids already up 8-2. Sophia Bauk, who's come on in relief, thrown a couple of innings, would love to add to that lead. Takes that pitch down and in, and she'll get the bases loaded walk, earn herself an RBI, keep the inning alive for the home team.
RBI walk is nice on the stat sheet there.
Second RBI of the night for Sophia Bauk. Now it's Kinley Carger.
And we'll get another pinch runner over at first. Trying to get a number for you here.
That's Kinley Carger that has taken over at first base.
Umpire giving our house sound guy a little warning about the music.
This is Aubrey Erickson at the dish. She's 1 for 1. Singled on the first pitch she saw, a little bloop to right field. This one driven solidly to right, but just turns foul. And if that stays fair, that's at least 2 RBI.
Well, our base runner at second was already around third by the time it got called foul, so.
Kinley Carger at first base now, theoretically, potentially, represents the winning run. Opportunity for Cardinals to walk it off here in the 6th. Down and in, 1-1 to Erickson. Of course, with 2 out, the Frights trying to keep it from ending early. This one skied in foul territory, and Helmer can't find the handle on it, so Erickson will have new life. 1-2.
Escapes a potential inning-ending foul ball there. We'll see what she does with her second chance.
Thought about it, didn't go. It's called a ball, 2-2. It's a tough one to take with 2 strikes. It's actually a full count now. This one hammered back to the circle, fielded by DuPage. Over to Helmer for the out. Cardinals add one more. They're up 9-2 as we head to the 7th inning. That's next on CTN.
Any vehicles left outside on your property must be in operable condition and parked on an improved surface with current registration displayed. And repairing or dismantling vehicles outside is a violation of city code. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
So Bauk hoping to finish this one quickly here in the top of the 7th inning. Erickson takes over at first base. Looks like she had been there last inning. I think everybody else is the same.
Yeah.
So the couple of girls that got a chance to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning were then subbed right back out.
We saw the Cardinals dancing a little bit in the circle out there. A little easier to do with a 9-2 lead at the top of the 7th.
Keelan Jensen leading off. She's 0 for 2. Reached out a fielder's choice after a long battle. Her first at bat. And then first pitch, ground out to third base, her second time up. A little late on the decision. Initial offering behind in the count. 0-1 and now 0-2 as she got that right off the end of the bat. After Jensen, back to the top of the order for the Fridley Heights Frights.
Well, they're definitely hoping to be on the sending end of the Frights instead of the receiving end like they have been for most of the game. So trying to get back in this one. Big hole to dig out of, though.
And we talked about it early on. They come in trying to end a 6-game losing streak. Called third strike. Sophia Bauk picking up her 5th K already here in just 2 1/3 innings.
Well, even for the Frights, just to get some more offense going, just to start trending in the right direction there. They've only scored more than 2 runs in one of those last 6-game losses.
Back to the top of the order, Maya Karstens. 0 for 3. Big swing, got just a piece of it on the hands, 1-1.
No torpedo bats out here at all. It's your standard softball bats.
Not sure. Not sure what a torpedo bat is, but okay.
Some of the major league players are using them this year instead of your traditional barrel shape. It narrows again at the end. You can do some research when you get home and look into it.
I will.
A couple
indeed.
major league teams. The Yankees are using them. A couple other teams. Not a lot of shakeups in bat science lately, so it's something to talk about.
Karstens rolls this one towards Erickson. She scoops, applies the tag. There's 2 away here in the top of the 7th inning.
Now batting for the Frights, number 12, Helmer.
Helmer is 0 for 3. Reached on a fielder's choice and has been punched out twice. easy take as that one was well up out of the zone.
I wouldn't even swung at that one, and that's saying a lot.
Well, she's taller than you are, so it would have been much further out of your strike zone.
That's fair. That's fair. Most people are taller than I am. Joe, you're even taller than me, and they make fun of you for being short.
That's why I love having you around, Jeremy.
Hey, I'm happy to fill in.
One of the many reasons.
Always would rather listen to Howie Shapiro than my own voice, but contrary to what you may have heard.
That is a sentiment held widely by most people on this planet, it would seem.
Absolutely.
Good pitch right there on the outside edge for Sophia Bauk to get strike one, 2-1 to Harper Helmer. Frights need a huge 2-out rally here, down 7 in the 7th. Bauk misses low, 3-1. Third inning of relief for Sophia Bauk. And that is the third base runner she has allowed. All have come with 2 outs and all have been by walk.
Also has a few strikeouts tonight.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts in the first 9 batters she faced is solid.
Hasn't given up any runs either.
Libby Schoenbauer. Wow, what a great play by Layla Meyer. Went way up to grab that one and prevent Helmer from advancing. Schoenbauer has walked the last 2 times she's come to the plate. She has been left stranded in scoring position each of those times. She's late on the fastball here, and it evens the count 1-1. Got a piece, fouls back, but the Frights are down to their final strike. Schoenbauer needs to come up with something. Needs to reach to keep the ball game alive. Cardinals trying to score their 2nd straight win this week. 13-11 victory on Wednesday, and that is strike 3. A tag applied by Layla Meyer, and this one is over. 6 strikeouts in the 3 innings of work for Sophia Bauk, and a solid 9-2 win for the
Cardinals there. Great offensive explosion once we got out of that first inning. Real consistent batting up and down the whole order.
Yeah, scoring in each of the innings 2nd through 5th or 6th. 3-1, 3-1-1. And there you see it, 17 hits. That's big. Getting the bats going, it has been something they have struggled with. But I think even more importantly is 2 runs allowed. They had, as we talked about earlier, they had given up double-digit runs in 9 of their 10 games to this point in the season. So for them to have a solid pitching and defensive and fielding game is huge for them as
Absolutely. And solid games from both pitchers as well, not just one or the other. And like we said at the beginning of the game, 13.3 a game is what they were giving up runs on average, so that 2 is definitely going to drag that average down. But all in all, a good week for the Cardinals.
Yeah, huge way to bounce back and keep that streak going after getting their first win of the season on a Wednesday. And great place to do it here on Youth Night at Aspen Park. Here's what we have coming up for you. We got baseball on Thursday next week against Buffalo. Lacrosse on Wednesday the 7th. Yeah, baseball's on Tuesday the 5th. Oh, baseball's on Monday the 5th. That makes sense. There we go. We got our days figured out. There we go. Monday, Wednesday we do lacrosse. We got softball the week after that on the 16th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final, Coon Rapids 9 and Fridley Heights 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, Including Jeremy Smith, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.